Hi guys, I'm Dimension Jumper and today I'll be doing my top 5 weapons from video games. Now, within video games you are, as you well know, are given like certain weapons to help you with your journey, and they can either be like good or bad, and for this list I'm doing some of my personal favourites. So for number 5 is Cal's lightsaber from Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Now, what I like about Cal's lightsaber is that not only can you customize it to make it like really cool and have like different colors for the blade, but you can also have a double lightsaber, and I think that's really cool because if you put like the Jedi Fallen Order into like the main Star Wars canon, so if you put it up against like all the other movies, I think Cal is possibly the only Jedi, from what I know, to have a double lightsaber. If you exclude the Sith, Cal's probably the only Jedi, as I said before, that have a double lightsaber, and I think that's really cool because not only can he battle enemies with a single lightsaber, but he can also battle other bad guys with a dual lightsaber, and he can also fight the Inquisitors with a dual lightsaber, and I think that's really cool of how he can have a dual purple lightsaber or something. But the downside is I would have liked it if you could have the dual blades to have two different colors. I would have liked it to have that sort of thing, but hey, that's my own personal opinion. For number 4 is Cappy from Super Mario Odyssey. Now Cappy, even though he's a ghost hat thing, he's kind of like a nice sort of companion for your throughout your entire journey in Mario Odyssey. He's kind of like the baby Luma from Galaxy 1 and 2, but Cappy's slightly more useful in terms of how you can like get through the game. Even though I do like how the baby Luma gives Mario his spin attacks, I just prefer Cappy over the baby Luma. But Cappy, not only can he help you collect certain purple coins or regular coins, or get you from one place to another at great distance, he can also possess certain animals or enemies and various other stuff. And you can even possess Bowser, and I think that's really cool because with all of the things you can capture, you can also possess their abilities. So for example, the first capture you can get is a frog, and you basically get its hopping abilities. You can also capture a T-Rex, and you can also use its attacks. And for Bowser in particular, you can use not only his like claws and stuff, but you can also do like a fireball attack. And I think that's really cool that Nintendo have done like all of these certain abilities that Mario can use when he captures all of the different things. For number 3 is the Blades of Chaos from from God of War. And what I like about the Blades of Chaos is that they've got like a very good reach to them, and not only do you have like can you use like one of them like for like a long ranged attack, but you can also like use them to like do like a sort of like spin attack, flurry dual attack type movement. And they're pretty cool if you want to like get a long range to hit enemies and stuff like that. for number 2 is the Leviathan Arm from the current God of War game. Now, what I've liked about this weapon is that it's kind of OP in terms of when you're fighting enemies, because throughout part of the game, I've always, like, when I've come up against enemies, I've always just sniped them at a range and just call the Leviathan Arm back, because it's kind of like how Thor summons Mjolnir back to him, and I just like it how you can, like, hit an enemy, call the Leviathan Arm back, hit the enemy again, and just call it back and just do it all. It's just a really good weapon, and I just really like how you can customize it, just like how you can customize the Blades of Chaos. And for number 1 is the Master Sword, specifically from Breath of the Wild. Now, even though the Master Sword from the Zelda series is the same one in each game it appears in, I'm going to talk about the one from Breath of the Wild, because I believe that it's probably the most powerful form the Master Sword has taken. Because like in other Zelda games, you can not only can you do laser beams, like when you can when you're at full health, but for the Master Sword in Breath of the Wild, the laser beam can go a long way depending on how much hearts you have, and I think that's really cool. But not only that, but you can also when you're near like any of the guardians or the bosses in the Divine Beasts, or in Hyrule Castle, the Master Sword will power up, and I think that's really cool. And you can also power it up from the Trial of the Sword DLC pack. If you've played it, you know how you'll have to like go through all of these gauntlet type rooms, and it's just a really good version of the Master Sword, and yeah, I really enjoy it. So that's been my top 5 list of my favourite weapons. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.